here with Dave Backlund at the Wild Oak Golf Course.
Oh, that's a junk.
Oh, Dave.
But the dog's got it.
You know what, buddy? I don't think this is the best time of year to go golfing, but it is a great time to go late season pheasant hunting. Hi folks, I'm Denny Snyder and you're watching USA Outback. We're out here in Mitchell, South Dakota for the late season pheasant hunting. We're going to be traveling out to K&M Hunting Preserve, get some great shooting action. You don't want to miss today's show.
Beautiful South Dakota pheasant. This is why you come to South Dakota, folks. Participate in some of this late season pheasant hunting. Beautiful bird, nice plumage. There's a couple dry flies there from this coming spring too. We'll be right back with more pheasant hunting from South Dakota at K&M Hunting. But first, a word from these sponsors. South Dakota has long been known for its outstanding pheasant hunting. The opportunity to hunt with a good dog and hear the displeasured cackle of a flushed rooster had lured us to K&M Hunting, where we were the guests of owner Mike Miller.
We've taken our old barn that I used to milk in as a boy, and we've turned it into a hunting lodge, and we've also added an addition. So we've got about 1,200 square feet that the guys can lounge around and have a Pepsi or a pop after their hunt and just kind of relax in here after a good day's walking and shooting pheasants. In the early 80s, my brother's family come and stayed with us for a week, and my wife cooked for them and everything, and the day they walked out the door, she said, well, if I'm going to have to work this hard, I want to get paid for doing this, and that's how we got started in the pheasant hunting business. Well, here in the lodge, we have a couple tables that they can play cards on after a days of hunting. We have a pool table, we have a foosball table, we have a nice bar that they can sit at and enjoy a drink. The late season hunt is a lot more fun to me because it's cooler, you know, you're not sweating like the early season hunt. And of course, during the early season, you've got the crowds to attend with, and it's hard to get into Cabela's store with there's so many people in line. It's easier to get in there this time of year and get the stuff that you need to hunt in. And it's also easier on the dogs, and it's just different types of hunting that's for sure in late season hunting here in South Dakota.
Mike and his wife Kathy are more than gracious hosts and had a virtual smorgasbord of food for us before our long day in the field.
We're glad you could make it today. We just got done with a really nice good breakfast, and the next thing we're going to do this morning is watch our safety video here. We really stress safety, and that's why we like to watch the video, because safety is our main factor and we want to enjoy our hunt today.
It was a quick video refresher on safety and then off to the field. Come on, let's go pheasant hunting in South Dakota. So, well, this will be a good field test for this new Beretta Onyx Pro here today. Down here and see if I can hit anything with this thing. Because, Dave, I'm used to shooting stuff with sharp sticks. I do a lot of bow hunting for deer. I do a lot of hunting for turkeys. As far as birds that are flying, I don't do too much of that, so this will be interesting here today. A little different type of shot. Yep. Absolutely a different kind of shot. You know, when you're turkey hunting, you're trying to focus in on just that head, whereas you try to do the same thing except the bird's flying about 30 or 40 miles an hour. Yes. Different story.
And a little wind to it, like you said, looks good.
They're still all headshots, though.
Yeah, they are headshots.
Yeah, all of them. I've never seen one not hit in the head.
I'm here with my guide Justin. We're going to try a little European style pheasant hunting. We're going to sit here at the end while the guys drive through just like a deer drive, see if we can get a couple shots when the pheasants come out. We're going to see what happens. go away. We have more pheasant hunting from K&M Hunting here in South Dakota. But first, a word from these sponsors.
Should you use plastic vanes or natural turkey feathers on your hunting arrows? Waterproof plastic vanes are the most popular choice, but feathers offer important advantages to consider. Vanes offer durability, economy, and ease of installation. 3 4-inch vanes are preferred on carbon arrows, while aluminums can use 4 or 5-inch. Vanes can be installed 2 degrees offset using a straight clamp or with a twist using a helical clamp. Right or left direction isn't important in most cases. Arizona Plastifletch, Norway Duravanes, and NAP Quickspin vanes fletch easily with instant glues, and the Quickspins offer a kicker to spin the arrow faster for improved broadhead accuracy. Natural turkey feathers are lightweight, offer a great look, and are more forgiving for broadhead accuracy. Feathers are installed with a left or right helical twist to increase the arrow's spin rate. Waterproofing powder can prevent the arrows from flattening when wet. Bright fletching colors are preferred to help you determine shot placement and find your arrow after it's done its work. Whether you buy finished arrows or fletch your own, now you can choose vanes or feathers more wisely. I'm Rob Koffold, and that's your Lancaster Archery Tech Tip of the Week.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and you're watching USA Outback.
During the first 10 days of the season, there's so much pressure on motel rooms that it's hard to find a place to stay in Mitchell. After that first 10 or 12 days of the season, the hotels open up a little bit more, the rates get a little bit more user-friendly. There's not as much pressure, and the shuttle service are still provided. All the activities that go on during opening weekend are still going on late season. And typically the weather is just as good late season as it is opening weekend. You never know in South Dakota. So if I was going to plan a late season pheasant hunt, Thanksgiving time, week before, week after, I think would be a perfect time to come out to Mitchell and hunt. The weather's typically good. Kids are off during that Thanksgiving break, so mom and dad and son can come back and enjoy the hunt here in Mitchell. The pressure's off the farmers, so you're more apt to find a place to hunt. You're going to find a place to stay. And hopefully the birds are going to be a little bit more skittish, but you're going to get your limit.
No trip to Mitchell would be complete without stopping at the world-famous Corn Palace. The early settlers displayed the fruits of their harvest on the exterior walls, a tradition that has continued to this day. The Corn Palace interior serves as a multi-use center for the community. The walls are adorned with murals by local artists as a tribute to the agricultural heritage and bird hunting in South Dakota.
Oh, got the feet in there. Okay. Clear? Well, that was good. Now they can't get out. Look at that. Where's the truck?
There's a pickup load of dogs.
That's a picture there. Oh, you're in there. I always say labs is a unanimous choice. Hey.
There's a lot of different public hunting opportunities available to a hunter from outside the area coming to South Dakota. Our game production areas, the state-owned by Game Fish and Parks, owned and managed by Game Fish and Parks, are one of those areas. We also have the walk-in area program, which is about 12 years old right now and has been tremendously popular with hunters and landowners alike. And what we do with that program is we lease the hunting access to private property from the landowner. We post those areas, and then the people can hunt those for whatever species they're interested in, pheasants being extremely popular, of course. But the conditions are is that it's walk-in only. There's a parking place provided or a driveway or alongside the road, and then they walk in on foot to do their hunting there. From Mitchell, there's great hunting areas in any direction, really, but 10, 15, 20 miles west of Mitchell go to the Plankinton, Stickney, White Lake areas. There's public hunting opportunities around all three of those communities. North of Mitchell, north and a little east, within 20 miles, is a new game production area that Game Fish and Parks purchased just over a year ago. It's called the Chip Allen Game Production Area, 2,200 acres in size. It's got a large amount of waterfowl habitat, wetlands on it that for waterfowl production, and provides tremendous pheasant hunting in that area. It's in an area of the state with a very high pheasant population. East of Mitchell, you could go, 10 miles east of Mitchell all the way to Sioux Falls along the interstate. There's a variety of public hunting areas, a good pheasant population in that area. So you can really find whatever suits your taste, I guess, for what type of habitat you want to hunt in.
He'd come to visit you.
Craig said, I've never seen anybody get one on the fourth shot. And I said, no, Craig, you'll get it.
It was so good high. And when it came down, it was cool.
Okay, I'm feeling.
I had to.
He was dead.
He was that high.
We think it might have been at least a half mile.
Up there in the no-fly zone.
There was some high bird shot.
What are some of the things that guys need as far as late season pheasant hunting?
I think a good pair of long underwear, like see I'm wearing today. I got the long underwear that comes up over your hands. You still have free fingers to use, and layered. That's an important thing out here, because in the morning the weather's cold, and then it gets warmer throughout the day. Another thing that's real important at this time of year is a wind stopper or a Gore-Tex shell. Like the sweater I've got on, it's got a wind stopper inside of it. And I don't need a heavier coat than this. And it's probably 30, 32 degrees out here, and I'm fine, just enjoying the weather.
Well, it's one of those deals where it doesn't matter whether you're pheasant hunting in South Dakota, fly fishing in Alaska, there's just one name that you need to remember, and that's Cabela's.
Cabela's.
The world's foremost outfitter.
Bird hunting, which is the more popular sport around here in South Dakota. Make sure that you're wearing some kind of clothing that has blaze orange on it from a safety standpoint. You know, it's not a legal requirement, but there are very few people that want to be out in the field when we don't know where all the hunters are. From a safety standpoint, please make sure you wear something that's very, very visible to everyone involved.
Get out the dip net. Tennis racket.
I tried, buddy, I tried. I didn't have the most stable shooter. Well, Mike, this late season pheasant hunting is pretty fun, buddy. You don't have all the crowds out here. The only problem is these pheasants they've been hunted for a couple months, and they've just been through a 101 education class, so.
Yeah, they get pretty spooky this time of year. It really makes it more challenging than you're shooting, and it's just more fun to me. You know, it just really puts a challenge on. And with this smaller group, we're still doing pretty good, although the birds are getting out early on us. But
yeah, we're
still having a good time, I think.
Yeah.
So I think we'll go over here and catch another cornfield and see if we can shoot a few more.
Okay. Well, it's a good test for some of this new Winchester ammo as well. Some of these longer shots.
Yes, sir.
You got to reach out and touch them a little more so than the early season. I like coming out here this time of year too because you're not sweating. I mean, there's no such thing as bad weather. It's improper clothing.
That's right.
So we can go right down the street to Cabela's and get anything that we need, and that's a nice thing, you know, with you being located so close to them. So,
yeah, that's a big advantage to our hunters. If, like you say, you know, you forget something, well, you can run to the store and always get a pair of boots or waterproof this or get a little warmer stuff, and away we go.
Or in some of our cases, a few extra boxes of shells.
Yeah, more shells.
More shells.
Beautiful, yeah. Saddle, color on that saddle this time of year. The sun on him, just the dog's been carrying him, it's a little wet, but still just beautiful. fall of the year, you get the big ring on the neck, beautiful crown on the head. Gorgeous, gorgeous right on the eyes.
When we come back, we're going to get a few pheasant hunting tips with General Store Manager Kurt Hintz here at the Cabela store in Mitchell, South Dakota. But first, a word from these sponsors. Now it's time for Making Sense Out of Sense with Don Bell, brought to you by Code Blue.
You know what, a lot of you out there have been hearing about this new movement. It's called scentology, and it simply means the study of scent. You know, to be successful in hunting a white-tailed deer, he has three defenses: ears, eyes, nose. And everybody knows the most important is the nose. What we're going to talk about today is hunting during the peak of the rut. Most hunters think that the rut is when a buck is chasing a doe. That's actually called the peak of the rut. It's a very important time, but it's the time when most hunters take their vacation. But you want to understand that the rut is three periods, three distinct periods. You have pre, peak, post. In each one of these distinct periods, a white-tailed deer, his mindset's different as he goes through it. But today we want to talk about the peak of the rut. That's the time when he's looking for a standing doe. Most people think that the rut is when a buck is actually chasing a doe. But if you think about that, the word estrus means that an animal will stand and not run. Understanding the peak of the rut can be very successful for you, because during the peak of the rut, that old boy's focused on the doe. He's already made his primary scrapes, and the primary scrapes doesn't happen just during the deer peak of the rut. It happens just prior to the peak of the rut. You want to be able to hunt these, but you also want to understand he's got one thing on his mind, and that is a standing doe. And once you understand that, you can be successful. The peak of the rut is when the majority of the does are standing where you hunt versus where your friend hunts in the next county. This year, understand this new movement. It's called scentology. Folks, my name is Don Bell, and I'm with Code Blue.
You should look at high-speed shotgun shell loads for late-season pheasant hunting. Typically, you're going to find out that the pheasants start getting up further out, a little bit wilder after they've been chased a little bit. So with keeping your swing the same, your leads the same, and doing the things that you normally do, that high speed, the extra velocity that you're going to get out of loads are going to help you connect on more birds. You'll have fewer cripples, it's easier for the dogs to pick them up, and you'll find that you're going to have a more successful hunt. Hopefully this tip will help you next time you go pheasant hunting.
We'd like to welcome you to come and hunt in South Dakota. If you'd like more information, you can contact us at 605-773-3485. Welcome to South Dakota. Great faces and great places.
Here's another one right there. Good shot. I think I even got it.
Hi, I'm Denny Snyder, and here's this week's tip. Whenever you go upland bird hunting, you want to make sure that you have good equipment, a good upland jacket, and these new boar hide pants from Cabela's. They're great for going through the real thick stuff. And something new that I found when I was out here in South Dakota is what I like to affectionately call the porta pointer. What it is this little guy right here. Very compact, only weighs 8 or 9 pounds, fits right inside your coat. Great for getting in that real thick stuff and getting those birds out that those bigger dogs are afraid to get into. So if you want to get one of the new porta pointers, give us a call at 1-800-YOU-GOT-DOG.
Come here, Remy. Get him up, Remy.
Mike, we had a fantastic hunt today, buddy. I appreciate the invitation to come out here to South Dakota.
Well, we're glad you could come, Danny. We've enjoyed hunting with you today. Although you'll learn how to shoot a pheasant pretty good one of these days.
Well, I just need to spend a little bit more time out here, that's all. Mike, if someone would like to get more information about pheasant hunting here in South Dakota, how can they contact K&M?
Well, they can call us at 605-942-7516 or find us on the internet webpage at kandmhunting.com. Or go through Mitchell Chamber of Commerce. We're listed with them too.
Okay, so be sure and give Mike and Kathy a call. And always remember, it doesn't matter whether you're hunting or fishing, your actions represent millions of other sportsmen out there with what you do. So always be an ethical sportsman. We'll see you next week right here on USA Outback.
Yay!
For more information about USA Outback, visit our website. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the Outback.